It sounds kind of cliche, but I suppose the obvious answer is to say I wanted to try and help people. I think I've always been interested in working with children, and I thought about the kind of variety of different professions that you can kind of go into to work with kids directly. And this sounded the most interesting, it sounded the most varied. It sounds like a job that's kind of really needed, and that was kind of the initial pull. And then I think since I've been doing it, I've discovered more and more things that I'm interested in. It's been really, I think interesting, as I said before, I think interesting is the key word. I've kind of found myself in situations that I never could possibly have imagined, situations that I thought I would find really stressful and would struggle to cope in, and I've been quite kind of surprised at how much I've learned and how well I've been able to cope with really stressful situations. It's been very fast-paced, so I've worked with quite a high number of children in total since I started here, experienced kind of a variety of different issues, I suppose. Worked with parents from all different backgrounds. It's been really varied, I think, and I find that kind of difference day to day really kind of invigorating. So since I've started, the support that I've been given directly has varied, because I came in as a student social worker and then gradually worked my way up to being newly qualified back in November last year. So I would say in terms of the support that I've had throughout, I've had a great manager, especially since I've been newly qualified. He's very emotionally aware. He allows me to kind of maintain my own professional integrity. He'll listen to me in terms of what I think cases need, case direction, things like that. But then he'll also challenge me in a way that means we can have conversations about them and kind of work together to come up with solutions. But I've also found the support of my colleagues to be kind of one of the things that's really made a difference to my experience. I think if you have supportive colleagues around you, then you always have a space to kind of offload some of the stresses that come with the job, but also you have a chance to bounce ideas off people. You can kind of get expertise from more experienced workers, or workers who've worked in different fields. For example, one of my colleagues worked within youth offending, so it's kind of a great space for learning, but also for that kind of whole emotional resilience. In the next 5 years, I hope that I will still be working in social work. For the moment, I'm happy in frontline social work where I'm case holding and working directly with children and families. I'm interested in exploring different fields, because for the moment I work in child protection in a long-term team, but I'm interested in trying out some of the kind of short-term work and also potentially going into something completely different like adoption. I'm interested in maybe at some point doing another role that's kind of working directly with other social workers, possibly in a management capacity, but I think I would probably miss the frontline work if I was doing that. Judging from the experiences of various different colleagues that I work with, I think there's quite good career progression in Croydon. I know people who have progressed recently through to kind of being experienced social workers and advanced social workers, and I think it's good to have that available to you as an option in terms of keeping you motivated and keeping you thinking ahead as to what your long-term career goals are. What I would say to anyone considering working in Croydon would be kind of, if you like a challenge, if you like a kind of a varied caseload, if you are prepared for the kind of the unexpected and for each day to be different, then this is the place for you. When I say every day is different, I really mean it, and I suppose that's what keeps the job exciting in a way, or maybe exciting is the wrong word, but that's what keeps the job kind of invigorating. People are unpredictable, and I think in Croydon the kind of variety of cases that we work, the variety of kind of demographic, or the demographic variety is huge, and it means that you're constantly learning from the families that you work with.